Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Buck with Upfitters, and this is a brand new project. So we've been trying to break into the van life world for a while, wondering if we should just get our own van and start from scratch. But thankfully, we had a friend of a shop who decided to donate his rig. He bought it already tricked out like this some time ago. We don't really know who did it. I don't really want to badmouth the person. I understand they probably tried their best. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Basically, all of this is going to have to get gutted and we're going to start fresh. We will for sure replace the floor in here. I mean, all of this is leaving because we're going to have a straight through shot all the way to the back of the van. So the bed in the middle, this whole bench is leaving. The little garage in the back, that's not going to be there anymore. The shower, cabin, and toilet combo, that's leaving because yeah, they just never really used it. Not the best craftsmanship, let's just leave it at that. If you look at our design, this is going to be a lot more HGTV open concept type situation. We're going to basically make it more open. Windows are going to be exposed. This is leaving. It's going to be an interesting way as we're trying to basically figure our way around this thing. We don't know where all the systems are, how the cables are ran, how the subsystems. I mean, that's a fridge for sure. I know they have water hookup kind of in the back. There's plumbing everywhere. Obviously, since the shower is leaving, there's going to be no more drainage right here, but we're keeping the gray tank obviously for we're going to still have a sink, like a kitchen sink, so we want to get that that water draining somewhere. Here we go. The demo commences.
At this point we can clock in.
Yeah, it's getting serious now. We start pulling walls and ceilings and cabinetry and bedding, and we basically, look what we found. We found all the, that's where all the subsystems are. Just kind of inconvenient for us because, as you can see, it goes through this middle cabinet and onto the other side, which is not desirable, especially since we want to have this whole walkway basically open all the way through the back. So it's gonna be a minute before we get all this figured out. Day one of the demo. Now we can see clearly what's going on. This is an issue, obviously. It's gonna go in, you know, across. This used to be that garage area, so we're gonna have to maneuver this around. We got the water heater battery set up. This is gonna get moved. The toilet's leaving. The seats removed. The vent's kind of exposed. The kind of shelves are gone. It's starting to open up. Check this out. It's like van life excavation over here. Now we can see kind of the damage. You can see there's that whole panel's missing back there behind this. So it's going to be interesting opening this all up. Seeing, you know, obviously we're going to replace the flooring, but they cut down into it under the shower pan. And we got all these power cables running up here. I think they run to the AC. That's what Eric thought. So I'm just going to keep on ripping stuff down. So much room for activities.
How's the blue wire that ran over to this tank? You have fresh black and gray, and outside of like powers and ground, you only have 3 wires. But the blue wire I took off of this tank is right here, which I was like, oh, I bet this goes to that. However, connector and just comes out a black wire.
None of this was labeled, so
In the wall.
we're trying basically to relabel everything as we go, find out what it does and where it goes to. And there's all your water stuff. We got ourselves a floor. Next I'm probably going to do the wall panels so we can install my divider walls right there. This was a pretty interesting thing. This boom box, this bass was in its own separate box that looked like it came out of your uncle's Camaro, and it was just kind of tucked between and behind the seat. So we actually put that in the wall and put the little 6-inch one and the little tweaker right next to it. It looks pretty cool. And then you have your 120 outlet, and then a little USB and like a cigarette lighter plug-in. That all works. As you can see, I installed one of the divider walls. Yeah, bolted in through the floor. Then there's one bolt there and one in the ceiling. We're gonna kind of stiffen it up, but I mean the thing is solid. So our seats are gonna be built on that with the little drawer that comes out, and so that kind of defines the sleeping area, which is about 6 by 6. So you have about, I think, 68 inches this way, and maybe like 71 inches long waist is gonna be a divider wall. I'm gonna start building here next with the little pocket door. So it's gonna be a 1/2 inch on that side, and then a 1/4 inch on this side, with about a 1/2 inch plus gap in the middle for the pocket door to travel in. You can see there's like a little Raleighs we're gonna have on that, so I'm just trying to make sure this will kind of fit. So this will be sandwiched in between. I'm just trying to figure out where that falls in line with this whole setup. So it's gonna be right behind the seats. We're gonna be kind of in this seat belt, you know, slider, but I'll just notch it, and this is kind of the line that this will travel. So the outside of the wall is gonna be here, and then the inside I'm gonna try to figure out where this inside 3/4 inch plywood it's probably gonna ride somewhere along this edge. We don't want it obviously too far out here, so you don't want to see it from the outside, you know, when you're looking in. The door is gonna be 16 inches wide, so it'll be, you know, from here to here, just enough to kind of fit in between these seats, and then it will probably hide in there. The pocket's gonna be on this side. So, but yeah, this is kind of what we got going. So this is gonna, next big project is now trying to define this front divider wall. We have the back divider walls, and then I'm gonna start building the 4 seats that are gonna eventually turn into your bedroom area. The table is gonna be right there in the middle. So yeah, this is what we got. It's been a minute since we did an update, so you guys are in for a treat. Here's the slider door that I'm kind of working on, and it's gonna go right there in between the front and the back. But check all this out. Yeah, I've been busy. See, the fridge is in with the divider walls and the outline of the cabinets. That's the water heater. This is the poop box, because you open it up and then you have your pooper in here. Yeah, it's soft close. Hilarious. So you don't have to worry about it. There's your fill trays and stuff for the water. That's also soft close. So let's kind of go inside. Let's share some light on the situation. Now it's kind of dark, but we got the ceiling. The microwave is going to go here. This is basically your kitchen slash sink area. So we're probably going to have the cooktop here, sink somewhere here. This is your fresh water tank. This is the water heater back here. This is all your plumbing and such, which we kind of had to figure out. But so yeah, that's all going to go here. And this is all just counter space right here. The bedroom area is also growing. This is the material that I wasn't a big fan of when we first saw it, but actually I gotta say it matches quite nicely with the with our old decor here of the grays and the beige and the browns. This is where the slider pocket door goes in. Yeah, things are moving. Okay, lots of updates. I made this custom little door for the battery compartment, so we kind of have that. There's the countertop. That's what it's gonna look like. It's about 1.5 inches thick, just like a nice butcher board. I think it's birch. This is basically your cooktop and then your sink. And we were trying to figure out, you know, do we scoot it over to one side or the other side, but you know, we kind of want to center it in that window. Also, the centering in the window kind of gives you an option if you're right-handed or left-handed to put stuff on either side. Kind of same with the sink. You have the sink here, you can set stuff on either side. Maybe have like a drying rack. We put a backsplash all the way around there. And this is the little this is the bedroom area, so I'm gonna whisper because people will be sleeping. I don't know if you guys see my sliding door or not, but I'm pretty proud of that. So you close that. This is basically all of this is like sleeping area. We're trying to figure out these walls. As you can see, I got seat belts on, and this is the attachment for the baby car seat, and it's going to be on either side. So we wrapped this one in material already. There's like cubbies in there for cushions. And here's the setup. How the P-trap's going to work. We have enough room. We're going to have to get the drain figured out where it's going to go down through the bottom, probably. Hot and cold. Dave already ran, and we're just going to plug those guys up in here somewhere. And still got all this space to do a cubby. You know, probably leave this open so you can access all the plumbing in case you need to, you know, get to that. Got the microwave in now. This is where the fridge goes. We routed the AC cable up through the ceiling, and then it has a little chimney thing that it goes down and into the battery box, which is underneath. As you can see, the ceiling is kind of on. We got the bases for our corner cabinets, and now we're going up front. The next big thing is trying to frame in this original AC unit, trying to get these corner cabinets figured out. But other than that, once I get the ceiling in, I think we should be able to kind of finalize our cabinets. Oh yeah, the panel is here for the lights. You can see Eric's work back here, and then we're gonna clean this up. There's gonna be another panel back here. We get some of the drawers. So the little lights are under there. Wiring all this up, so there's gonna be one light in the center here later. You can see this is that 12-volt AC unit up in there. Hide the gap here, and I think it looks pretty good. Fits the overall design. And now we're just getting these lights rewired, and just they have these little clips, which is pretty fun. This thing hook up on there, up in it, and just boop. Got lights. They're gonna be under the cabinets. There's one here. So this is the back of the fascia of one of the upper cabinets, and I got this mesh from Amazon, and I'm gonna put it on the back of it so you don't see those frames, and then when you flip it, you kind of have the nice netting on these open cabinets. That's what that looks like. You got the little netting in here, just throw stuff in. Now we're one of the countertops. This is what the finished countertop looks like. Now we're getting ready to throw this one on. I just took some things out because I'm going to have to get to the electricals for the stove top, and I ran some of these RGB wires for the lights, and ran them up through the ceiling and down the wall because there's going to be some kick lights under here. I left a little gap under there so we can have lighting, and then there's going to be two lights right here, right there. Oh look, the auxiliary AC is in. Dave painted that gray to kind of match our theme. So these lights are kind of in here, and I'm building the cabinet out back, but you can kind of see the mess of our plumbing in here. The sink goes here, stove top, water tank is under there, and I'm just kind of putting the screws in here, getting ready for this countertop. But yeah, fridge is in. Microwave's in. I kind of framed out the fart fan over here, so yeah, things are coming along. Look at that. pillows by attaching these brackets, and I'm just gonna place it in the notch and drill and screw, and then put those on the wall, and I can hang the pillows like this. And here's the table. We just got off the CNC machine. As you can see, we needed a bit of a spacer to kind of get it up and over people's legs, and so cut this from a little scrap of the big countertop we had, and made a nice little shape to kind of sit there, and that's going to be our table. See the bottom of it, I painted gray, then we just cleared the top. Working on this trim right now, on the upholstery on that. As you can see, we got the matching material, same as the divider walls. Let me show you what that's going to look like in the van. So on these divider walls, you can see I still got this edge. You can still see the metal. So that's what that's going to look like once it's all finished. And then on the bottom, I use the same material as this, and then put the seatbelt clicker thing here, and it's movable, so you can click yourself in but still move it out of the way for the drawer. But that's what that's going to look like once it's all finished. Nice. Okay, I finally figured out this table's legs support for the table. Basically, once you go to bed, to make your bed, you're going to use this tabletop to fill in that missing piece for your bed frame. Basically, that goes in the middle there. See, I got the supports on the seat boxes, so we can now drop this table, but there was nothing supporting it here, so I needed legs or something. So check this out. We have the little unlocky thing, and then these lock in the position here with this little doohickey. So now that's just all nice and stiff. I'm gonna flip it over and put it in the side. Drop this in there. I'm just gonna sit right here. Open these. This is open here. These two meet in the middle. This one will go up here. This will lock in here. And now you have the middle part completes the bed frame. So there we go. Now I got these two walls kind of prepped with Alumicore, because we will put stick-on tiles, and also there'll be a 6-inch backsplash, which I'm working on back there. And we got black kind of flat tiles, so we'll see how that would all work when this interior design. But I think between all the colors, we obviously have the black here and kind of the darkness in the glass of the windows. So I think between this and kind of the stainless steel look and there they are right here actually. So we'll go vertically like this and kind of go up to this point, and 6-inch all the way around. You can't really use actual tile because of all the vibration and stuff. You know, we kind of did some research. We're going with these sticky tiles, but they have some thickness to them. It's actually got some foam. They're kind of nice, and they're kind of satin slash flat, and I think it goes nice with the glass and the cooktop and all this kind of stuff. And so I'm just applying those right now to our backsplash area. Okay, and a little update. We decided to put whatever material we had left over into these walls, into these two panels. I think it looks good, and it kind of brings the front to back when kind of looking at it back this way. Eric's gonna put that front ceiling light next. I'm gonna actually pop it in, and it should be pretty much good to go here. Number one and number two. sir.
Alrighty.
You go in there first and
Okay.
see how you feel.
Yeah, this is... It looks great. What do you think?
Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, when you stand outside and look in, it looks like a private jet.
It does a little bit. This turned out way nicer than, like, as nice as I had hoped it would turn out, but like very nice.
So you can either have it like this for travel, or we said worst comes to worst, you take it off and you flip it and you put it on that countertop because it will fit in here.
Okay.
And we gave you a little strap with a little clicker thing, and there's a thing on the table and it just clicks in so it doesn't slide off when you're driving, but it pretty much kind of fits in here.
You see this?
I don't know, and then you got all the kinds of things.
Yep. This was also really cool.
Yeah, and take this whole thing out.
Out underneath and throw all their wet vegetables up there, and they can dry or whatever, and then you can throw that back up.
Yeah, you can throw,
Yeah.
So you, I mean, you have pretty large storage, storage wise. These cabinets, like they go all the way back, and there's, so I mean, there's lots of room. I was trying to give you guys like all kinds of options.
Yep.
A little double one there. It's a pretty big drawer there. This whole thing, it's one big storage. This whole, it just literally sits on the fridge, so you can kind of, but it locks in there because, in case you ever need to get to the fridge, there's like a quick release. I moved those slides. So there's a light in there and another light up here, so you actually have like a pooping night light.
Nice.
So you're sitting here. You don't want to wake everybody up. You can just turn yourself. It shines on your watch. See your ankles. This cabinet I kind of made so toilet paper fits. This should be the perfect height to stuff some toilet paper rolls.
These lights down here, that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, and these correlate with that, and this just comes on with this clicker, and you can change colors and everything you want with this whole switch here.
Would like that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Dude, it's great. What do you think?
I freaking love it.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I just think what's really nice is it's built for us, for our family, and like where it's at right now. And like as you saw, like the one problem that we had before was just like those car seats weren't safe in any way, shape, or form. But now, like this big bed, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be way more accessible for all the things that we use it for. What we'll end up doing is like we'll take this for like a long weekend trip, and we'll put all of our stuff into the storage compartments, right?
Yeah.
So each person will probably get one storage compartment.
That's what we were thinking. Like,
or we'll like have like, okay, all your long-term stuff is in here, but like your day clothes, get them out. We'll lay them all.
Or the
here.
shoes go in there or something, right?
And then like we can go camping, like wake up, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Like right after, like the setup is minimal, but I think like the bed is going to be great. Like really excited about that because the one part I liked the most about it before was how much space we had for the bed, but like it just took up so much space. And now we've added, 2 extra seats really. It would all be for like little trips. Like, hey, we're all like, if we took this on vacation, and then it's like, hey, only 6 of us want to go to the store, like go get ice cream.
Yeah.
Everyone can fit in here.
Yeah.
Go, and like it's all fine and safe versus like, but when we do like a long-term trip, like strap everybody in, set up shop, like it'll be awesome.
Yeah. You can put it in and go, or you can Apple CarPlay.